Good evening, and welcome to Global Newsline, where truth meets the pulse of today's biggest stories. Tonight, we begin with a headline that's shaking both Hollywood and the heart of America's automotive culture. David "Heavy D" Sparks, the bearded, larger-than-life reality star best known for his custom truck creations on Discovery Channel's The Diesel Brothers, has reportedly been arrested in Utah. According to multiple reports from outlets including TMZ and KSL-TV in Salt Lake City, Sparks was taken into custody after allegedly failing to pay more than $843,000 in court-ordered fines tied to a Clean Air Act violation. The case, which dates back to 2021, has once again ignited public debate over celebrity accountability, environmental responsibility, and the fine line between entertainment and the law. For those unfamiliar with him, Heavy D became a household name between 2016 and 2022 as one of the charismatic hosts of The Diesel Brothers, a high-octane reality show that followed a group of friends who built jaw-dropping, oversized trucks. Their wild customizations, booming personalities, and patriotic bravado drew millions of viewers and turned their Utah-based workshop into a destination for truck enthusiasts across the country. But behind the smoke and chrome, controversy was brewing. Environmental groups accused the team of illegally modifying diesel engines to bypass emission systems, a practice known as rolling coal, where trucks emit huge clouds of black exhaust. What started as a niche entertainment spectacle quickly turned into a legal battle with national implications. In 2020, a federal judge ruled that the Diesel Brothers had violated the Clean Air Act by tampering with emissions control systems in dozens of trucks and selling them to customers. They were ordered to pay substantial fines, with Sparks personally responsible for more than $800,000. At the time, he called the ruling a blow to small business owners and insisted his team never intended to harm the environment. But the Environmental Protection Agency and the courts saw it differently. They argued that the modifications released dangerous pollutants into the air, undermining years of progress in emissions control. While Sparks publicly stated he would comply with the ruling, court records reportedly show that most of the fines remained unpaid, leading to this week's arrest. Witnesses say Sparks was taken into custody without incident, and his legal team has yet to issue a formal statement. Still, the arrest has sent shockwaves through the automotive entertainment world. Heavy D, once celebrated as an icon of innovation and hard work, now faces the possibility of more severe legal consequences if the matter isn't resolved quickly. His fans have flooded social media with messages of both support and criticism. Some defend him as a victim of overregulation, arguing that the government is targeting entrepreneurs who simply push mechanical boundaries. Others see this as a long overdue reckoning for a public figure who profited from skirting environmental laws. In the court of public opinion, the verdict is anything but unanimous. The case also raises broader questions about responsibility in reality television. The Diesel Brothers didn't just modify trucks. They built a brand around rebellion, horsepower, and a distinctly American sense of freedom. That message resonated with millions, but it also blurred the lines between entertainment and environmental ethics. When cameras roll and ratings rise, where should accountability begin? Legal analysts suggest Sparks' case could set a precedent for other influencers and automotive builders who share similar content online. As streaming platforms increasingly showcase custom car culture, regulators are paying closer attention to whether on-screen stunts comply with federal emission standards. It's a new frontier where fame meets regulation, and sometimes resistance meets reality. This isn't the first time Heavy D has found himself in the headlines beyond his television work. Outside of the Diesel Brothers, Sparks built a business empire that includes a YouTube channel, a clothing brand, and even a motivational speaking career. Known for his charisma and never-quit attitude, he has long been admired by fans for embodying the American dream, a self-made mechanic who turned wrenches into wealth. In 2017, he co-authored The Diesel Brothers, A Truckin' Awesome Guide to Trucks and Life, a book that blended humor, engineering, and personal philosophy. But as his empire grew, so did the scrutiny. Environmental watchdog groups had warned for years that modified diesel trucks could emit up to 40 times more pollutants than stock models, linking the trend to rising air quality concerns in Utah's Wasatch Front region. The Clean Air Act, enacted in 1970, remains one of the United States' strongest environmental laws. It regulates air emissions from both stationary and mobile sources and gives the EPA authority to enforce penalties against violators. Sparks' arrest, according to environmental experts, underscores that no one, not even celebrities, is above compliance. Yet the case also reveals a cultural divide. Many truck enthusiasts argue that the law unfairly penalizes customization and mechanical creativity. There's a difference between pollution and passion, one fan wrote online. But environmental scientists counter that passion can't come at the expense of public health. With wildfires, smog, and climate concerns already straining ecosystems, the issue of emissions tampering has become more than a legal battle. It's a moral one. As of tonight, details of Sparks' next court appearance remain unconfirmed, and it's unclear whether he plans to settle the outstanding fines or challenge the enforcement further. What's certain is that the story of Heavy D, once the hero of horsepower, has entered a difficult new chapter. His legacy, built on grit and grease, now faces the weight of accountability. For some, his arrest is a cautionary tale about fame and responsibility. For others, it's a reminder that innovation must walk hand in hand with integrity. Whether Heavy D's comeback will mirror his past success or stall under legal pressure remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the engines may have gone quiet, yet the conversation about law, liberty, and the environment is only just beginning.